Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. I think we're going to be okay. This is a real pain in the ass, more than I think like a significant existential danger or anything. Have I already ordered you to move away? I have, okay. Let's not have this ship run to Alioth, where there are guards. We'll fly free space from Ceres to Pegasus. So yeah, I don't think that the Lumeris are actually a threat to us. Let's see, we got coming in 2 missile ships and 2 bullet ships. So we probably will want to... We're probably going to want to fiddle with the design of this ship before we send it actually into combat. And then over here, like, this is, I think, mostly annoying. Oh, they do have tanks now. Okay, that makes this more dangerous. That said, we've really worn them down. But of course, they're just going to show up with more ships. Because apparently they have the resources to have 23 ships, and also still be doing other things. I would assume they're attacking us in part because they're very, very behind us. This is a good way of catching up if you are not able to manage your empire well. So we need some ships that are actually going to be able to win in combat against this fleet. Part of the problem is that I can't really interact with them. Like, they're using railguns. We can't really tech around that. We could increase the health of our ship. We could focus on defensive modules that give health rather than the ones that give stats. So like, you get 160 health here. You only get 30 health from this, but you also get shield. I'm not clear on whether railguns pierce shields. I would assume that they don't, but I guess I don't really know that. We should pay more attention during the next battle. So the improved ion torpedoes are... Let's see, the base value for this thing is 63 DPS. What if we wanted to switch to a laser weapon? Man, 13. Actually, the ion torpedoes do more damage than these opal lasers at every range, right? Even where the lasers are optimal and these are at half strength, we're still seeing... I mean, it's going to be streaky because the way the half strength is implemented is that half of the missiles don't hit. So you can, you know, fall victim to variance and just have like a whole salvo not connect. But yeah, there's no reason to switch weapons against this fleet. These guys with the bullet weapons, these guys we should tech against a little bit because the bullet weapons just make the missiles not work. But I don't want to veer off our path. I want to finish getting SLC. Once we have SLC, we can bail on everything else that we have queued. We should probably also get evaporation inhibitors soon, but it doesn't need to be right this second. And we can go pick up some military tech. I'm really concerned, though, that building ships, engaging in war, and researching military techs at the same time is a really great way to get the military party in charge of your government in a way that you cannot shake. That's honestly probably going to be the greatest detriment to us that comes out of this war, is that they're going to screw up our government by making the militarists in charge. This really sucks. Alright, we were looking at leaders. So we have this guy. This guy has plus 5% influence on system, and, because he's a craver, plus 10% influence on system. So that's actually kind of interesting. Maybe we take him and have him be an admiral for a little while, and then... That's not bad, actually. What about the other guy? What's the other guy's built-in trait? Plus 1 industry... And I mean, obviously, all cravers have this. Honestly, neither one of them is bad. I'm still a little reluctant to take a guy who will become the political leader of a party without the counselor skill, because that counselor skill is really phenomenal for us. But how much better is this guy going to be as an admiral right away? Because we probably, we don't want him to be an admiral for very long. So he has this extra fleet health skill thing, but we would probably take blunt force trauma first anyway. I think what we're seeing is that this guy's just a better option. What's your deal, Burra Tech Seeker? I always forget to look at what their built-in bonus is. Okay, you're just kind of not... Yeah, looking at the skills and everything, you're just kind of not an option. So what it really comes down to probably is, do I think I'm going to be able to get a pacifist counselor to lead my pacifist political party, or should I just let this guy be in charge? I think we're going to go this way. He is much better for our long-term influence, assuming that we would never get a pacifist counselor in position, which is not a thing that's guaranteed. So yeah, let's up our damage. And you're just going to have to wait a turn. So what does it cost me to buy a battleship? I can do it for 2K. What is the battleship design that's actually going to make this work? If we run 2 ships out there, would that do it? So we really didn't do that much damage with the first ship. But part of that was due to the weird interactions of range over flotillas. So if we had 2 battleships, we could put them in both of the available flotillas, and then we would at least be guaranteed to be in control of our range a little bit. Maybe that's what we have to do. Alright, so I'm going to buy one of these out. I'm going to queue up another one, put it at the top of the queue. We should do enough work on this to get the cost down to about 1.5k. And then that we will have next turn. So we'll buy that out too. We just won't launch this thing out of the hangar yet. That should be fine. And so you are just going to sit and not be assigned to anything for a turn. I hope you're okay with that. And also we need to make sure that we are mashing the follow orders button as we start the next turn. Gonna really hammer on this in the hopes of getting those ships away from Alioth before they get attacked. Come on. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Ah, it worked. Awesome. Okay. Maybe not awesome. Awesome is strong. Run! Oh, nope, I didn't get him in time. Well, he's dead. Yeah. Boy, they really have a lot of ships. Also, most of them fled Genomos? There's a wormhole here. Those ships were from Genomos. Okay. Well, hey, this is good. We probably don't have to wait then. These are 49 attack? 112 missile ship. Huh. I wonder if these are siege ships. In fact, they basically have to be, right? We should conscript again because I'm a little worried the protect system won't get us through this battle, what with there being tanks now. Okay, but we have won. They did destroy our sustainable farms. What a bunch of monsters. Okay, we should have a pretty easy win here. Which system is Sing again? Oh, it's the really important one. I think we probably cannot take Confiscate here. Do we actually need the 10 approval? No, but... Well, when this citizen is born, our approval will probably fall a little bit because he's being born into an overpopulation slot. Yeah. Alright, I'll take the 10 approval. The 10 approval might actually be useful, and I really just don't think we can take any more militarist political ideology. Okay. So this battle should go really, really well, I would imagine. I think those things are just siege ships. Yeah, they're running via the wormhole. Alright, I am going to drop you back into the... Oh, we don't have the command points to have our 2 medium ships work together. Let's just put that there. We do need to fix that. Okay, so we've had some arrivals here. We have incoming 2 more missile ships. Now, here I'm a little concerned about running our guy out as a missile guy. So do we want to retrofit you? Okay, this ship is currently half and half. That's right, this is the earlier version. I wonder if it's okay to send this thing up, actually. So we're seeing offense scores 126, 103, 47. I don't think these things are necessarily very dangerous. It's just that the missiles are not going to get through. But this version of the ship that also has lasers probably is okay? Probably. Yeah, let's try it. If this doesn't work, we can always just get, you know, get more ships. It's not like it's terribly expensive. So we want to try to engage at long range as much as possible. This is probably not going to go super well, though. I suppose I could have watched that. Wow. Really, I only destroyed one of the small ships. Oh, right, because they have a protector, so it draws fire first, so we weren't able to do any damage to the ships that actually needed to be damaged. Also, they probably got pretty lucky there. They chose Get Lucky as a battle tactic, and that can be very powerful. So how are we going to design our battleship to fight enemies that have bullet weapons when we don't really have any good weapons that aren't ion torpedoes? I guess we do have basic high-eye slugs. Yeah, just go bullets to bullets. If they wanna be at close range, just be at close range with them. This will certainly enable us to do more damage. And I think this is what we're spending on instead of the battleship in the other location. Alright, we're finally almost done with Supralight content. We can start working on Polaris. Unfortunately, all of this time that we've had this consumed by our influence aura, the progress toward capturing it has not been ticking up. You don't start getting conversion until you have this tech. Alright, Altair has finished its history museum, which is great. I wish we could get just a little bit more approval easily, but we already built the... what do you call it? I guess we can move some people off of overpopulated worlds. Yeah, and people are way happier here. Oh, right, I should still queue something up for building. This is okay, but not great. I guess this is a good thing to build if we're going to be running population on Altair anyway. Is it... No, it is probably not the case that we want to move a bunch of people to Altair, given those yields. But I think we're okay for now. So it looks like our hero goes unequipped for another turn. Still gaining population like crazy, as you might expect. Population growth here is in the neighborhood of 100, so as soon as this invasion ends, we'll be pumping population out again pretty quickly. You deal with this. Yeah, alright. We're handling it. We're getting there. We should check in on the Cravers real quick and see what their relations with the other factions are. Oh, sorry, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to select this dude. Alright, just free space it. That'll be fine. We're being invaded at Heracles, which is not a big deal. I can't imagine that the Lumeris fighters are terribly good. Appointing a religious senator without popular support has proven to be a troublesome decision. Hey, there's lots of popular support. So, minus 20 approval, but tons of food and also religious political ideology, or... I think we can probably go this way. Minus 20 approval is going to drop us to happy, which does suck. But that's a lot of food. We are not within 10 turns of an election. So actually, these ideology boosts probably will not have a tremendous effect. And maybe I do just want to go for this. We don't really need the technology cost reduction. Okay, I need this very badly. Sorry. Alt-click. Need that very badly. And then I need, like, tractable armaments, maybe, to make ground battles a little easier. We're not going to need A2S slugs because we are not taking over any systems via violence. I totally remember. Somebody in the comments of the last episode was like, hey, I know you know the rules. I know you remember that you said no taking colonies through violence, but also you forget about stuff a lot. And you know what? You're right. I absolutely do. So good call. Yeah, I think those will be good techs. Once we have tractable armaments, it will be very, very difficult for anybody to invade us. The ships returned, the fools. The thing is, we can't disband this thing back into the hangar with the hero attached to it, and I do want to keep it in the hangar for the moment because I don't want the rest of that that fleet to show up and have at us again. So, for a moment more, until the second ship is completed, that hero is going to stay unequipped, I think. Alright, this should be a pretty easy kill. Those things do not actually have very many guns on them. And that's good in a lot of ways, actually. So here we can just protect system. We don't have to feed any more of our population into the war machine. And here with the Lumeris, we're going to have to engage in a little bit of conscription, unfortunately. So I think we're going to wait on declaring, or we're going to wait on popping the fleet out here until we have this guy completed too. It's going to be 2 turns. 1 turn before I can buy it out. That's probably okay. Like I said, I wouldn't expect that we're going to lose a planet to a Lumeris invasion force. I would be very surprised. Alright, another source of antimatter. So yeah, I didn't make a decision here. I do like all the food. But I don't think I like the food as much as us continuing to produce influence at the rate we're producing it. And if we lose a tier of approval, we will lose influence. So this just kind of locks in our devoted approval for a while, which is fine. Yeah, see, these guys are also very under-weaponed. They must be siege vessels. Because that's why they're called S-invaders. I assumed that the S stood for space. You know, space invaders. But maybe they are, in fact, siege I don't know. They're probably supposed to be space invaders. So I think I am going to have you hang out in the hangar for another turn here. Yeah, I don't love how long we have to wait before we can fight back on this. We definitely have to do conscription. It's sort of a draw, except I can do that again and they can't. Button has finished our academy embassy, and now... Boy, and now what? I suppose we actually are running kind of low on titanium. Maybe increasing our mining output would not be such a bad idea. I think everything else is good. We are actually probably going to end up letting Singh finish this manually, which sucks, because I would love to get that active a little bit earlier. Do we want to change up our laws at all? I think the answer to that is no. Because we don't really need brains over bucks anymore. What could I run instead? Because we could certainly afford to run another law. Approval rating is forced to happy, not really that good. Experience on ships and heroes is actually fine. Not great. To be perfectly honest, I don't know, I don't think any of these bills are particularly relevant, and we do still need science, or we do still need military techs. So yeah, I guess we're good for now. God, we just need more ships, man. Fortunately, our citizens are hardy and willing to fight. So we can rush the end of this. Next turn we have a couple of battleships to pop out in defense over here. Here we have invaders. Please leave. It looks like as long as I keep returning this ship to the hangar, they don't consider this planet to be defended, so they're not sending their real ships over here. One does wonder what it is that they are doing with all of those ships. They're not at war with anybody else we know, but that doesn't mean that they're not at war, right? We really haven't met that many of the other players. In part because people who suck keep destroying my very important ships. I do want 15 turns of religious political ideology. That does help us keep the religious party in power, because we're still waiting on that law. And this, we're not so tight on strategics. I think that's probably fine. Alright, more Lumeris nonsense. Yep, we are winning by more and more each time. So next turn we'll be in a good position to fight back here. We have another battleship, another pair of battleships completing as well. Let's see, here we are not actually that happy. Man, I really want to finish that desert habitation technology. Alright, now I have not built many honeycomb scopes. I am actually not 100% sure how system vision works. So we know that we get vision based on the influence bubble. I'm assuming that extra system vision happens at the coming out from the edge of the bubble, which, you know, is the version of this that makes the honeycomb scope not totally useless if you have good influence. So I'm assuming that's the way it's implemented. Which I guess would be a good thing to build in some of our places. We don't need it in most of them. Just the systems on the edge that are like actively scouting for new constellations and stuff. So what do we want to build here? You know, AI labor is only okay. It's only applying half of its bonus and not to all of our planets even, but it's still industry. Still totally matters. May as well reveal these Guardians before we leave. And yeah, expansion has slowed, like, a lot. I'm not happy about it either. Oh, Decky. I don't know, man. Yeah, sure. Do this, and then... we have a lot of anomalies. Wow, it is going to take forever to build that. Why don't we work on this, I suppose? I'm not going to spend any influence on it right this second, but maybe at some time in the near future we will we'll be able to do that. So high energy magnetics is about to finish, and then we're getting back toward this. We got to actually get the tractable armaments built, but I think that's going to be the end of the AI even being able to pretend to threaten us with invasion, unless they're willing to commit a much larger force. Here we can just do a protect system. Yep, no need to burn further. Did I not rush the ship? Ah, whatever. Cravers, it's the same 4 ships at Genomos. So I mean, this is good in... it's annoying in the sense that I keep having to repel the same invasion over and over again. They're generating manpower that they definitely do not have. Yeah, conscription, unfortunately. But it is nice that we're generating a ton of war pressure. Oh, we're not generating it. We should be. 0.1 from fleet battles plus 0 from ground battles. I am kicking your ass up and down the galaxy. That is ridiculous. It is ridiculous that he is not taking any additional war pressure from the fact that he is constantly losing engagements. Alright, need a little bit of dark glitter to help get us through. You know, just a little bit. Okay, it is important that we continue to grow our population as quickly as possible. Ceres is actually finished. I need one more turn before we're done searching over there. What is it that Jane was building, even? Oh, right. It's been such a long time since I looked over here. Actually, why don't we grab a system modernization in Ceres first? And then if we still... Okay, I was going to say, if we still have the blossoms, we can do this afterward. So we have here one hot, arid world. We probably want to grab Jane 1 next, and I think we probably want to do that now so that we don't end up wasting food. Jane probably doesn't need tractable armaments. We do need to queue these up in a couple of places, though. Yeah, this is only one turn of difference, and also there will be industry overflow that will help rush the next thing. We should probably do it that way. I am going to go ahead and rush tractable armaments in the places that are getting attacked a lot, actually. Okay. I don't think we need to be super fast with them anywhere else. So these should take effect on this next battle here. And they should make it very, very easy for us to win. We still have to conscript, because that's a lot of tanks, but we should see the margin here improve a little bit. Nope, it actually went worse. And we lost one of our Edenizations. I don't know how that even makes sense, but apparently that's what happened. Alright, you know what? I do want to rush this. Let's get that done, and then this is next. I guess this is a better way to do that. Okay. It would be a real bummer if we lost Sing. Not that I think there's any danger of that, but it would just really suck. Actually, let's launch these from this screen, because I'm going to try to tag the hero in quickly. Okay. So they're not actually even going to attack us. I think we can afford to back off on science a little bit. Industry is very good for us, and also we like industrialist political ideology at the moment. Somebody else built that thing. Not something I'm really worried about. Okay, let's do a little bit of violence. Now, they did attack me, which suggests that they think that they're in a good position here. Hard to imagine. So we want to just go ahead and play at short range. And you know what? Let's watch it. Because I think this will be great for my morale. I'm feeling a little pressured here. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't pull back the curtain all that much. But I'm feeling really stressed and terrible in my everyday life the last week or so. Due to all of the insanely, heinously evil stuff that is happening in the world. And so, yeah, I'm feeling a little strained. It'll be nice to chalk up what should be a real easy victory here. Restore my faith in my ability to do anything at all. Oh man, look at all of the cannons. That is so many bullets. They're almost all missing, it looks like. There we go. I'll tell you what I did do to try to make myself feel a little better is... We can skip out of the rest of this. Really, another fleet just showed up. These guys couldn't have been here before because they would have been combined into the battle, so that's annoying. Oh, well, that's right. I got attacked. I didn't attack. I still have my action point left. I'll tell you what I did do to make myself feel better. I made myself some nice homemade lasagna. There are a lot of things in this world that I'm not great at. Like, a lot of things. You may struggle to believe this, but actually, I think the majority of things I am not Olympic-level great at. But, man, I make some mean lasagna. Okay. I think we're mostly doing alright. These pirates are going to land on Botan eventually. I don't know if you've noticed how slowly they're moving through free space. That's something that we will have to care about at some point, probably. Honestly, I don't even know if that's true. But they could probably just sit here for a while and it would be fine. So let's... I'm going to leave these in the hangar for now. We'll see if they send any more ships. What do they have over here? They have now a cleaner. Okay, they're going pretty heavy on missile weaponry right now, which is actually very not great for them. Should we... Could I take this? Also, how are we doing on conversion? Because we did... Hold on. Did I finish that tech? Was I working on the right tech? Yes, I totally did. Cultural flexibility is here. Only usable if you're a Cold War piece. Right. Right. That would be why I'm not getting an indicator. Well... Okay, we have no movement left. I guess it's not a decision I have to make right now. I think if we win another big space battle against them, we might be able to pressure them to peace out of the war, at which point we can start stealing their stuff. You're almost there. I think there's a pretty good chance that this this outpost will just get ganked, but I'm going to try it. We can divert their attention, potentially. Oh, sure, Heracles should build stuff, I guess. So we have our tractable armaments, we would Edenize here, and then I guess the National Museum. I think this front of the war is probably pretty close to resolved. The Lumières aren't much for long military campaigns anyway, and they are not winning this one, so... Howdy.
Hey, how's it go?
Okay, you're still being friendly. That's all I really care about. Yep, just get up close and let him have it. Oh, I should probably have upgraded his ship. He's very, like, base design right now. Well, still bullet weapons. And we have some shielding, right? Yeah, we have some energy defense. I think we can handle this. I actually do want to watch this one. So they allocated their medium ship to the top flotilla. They also want a turtle, which seems strange to me, given that this ship is using weapons that are only 50% effective at that distance. And some of these are missile ships. Actually, what are they thinking? This is going to turn out really badly for them, I think. I've zoomed the camera in a way that I can't see the... Here we go. This is a little better. So yeah, it looks like we're winning that battle. That is maybe the side that I should have set up on. Yeah, we're winning that battle very, very much. This is having a really heavily defended, I guess, is a good... I balked at saying really heavily defended defender ship. I don't know if that's like a thing that bothers other people, but it really bugs me when I phrase a sentence in such a way that I'm just using the same words over and over again. It makes me feel like I'm speaking awkwardly, like people will think that I am strange. You know, it's like that that Austin Powers allow myself to introduce myself thing, right? Alright, so we can't invade the system. Those are the rules. But we can sit here and menace them.
My friend, tell me what the families can do for you.
I think you should take a truce. Are you kidding me? Really? I mean, we're at least producing some war momentum now. Maybe the thing we do is go to Hadar and just blow stuff up. Is that a good idea? Hold on, we'll make that decision later. So here, this battle is going terribly, even though it should be not going terribly. Oh, they brought in some real ships this time. Looks like they're pretty focused on using railguns. They are not going to stop using railguns. Wow, we got 2 levels worth of XP from that, really? Well, actually, the other fleet skills that are available are just not good. So I'm going to pick up this stuff for when you become a governor. This is a little bit more concerning now. I guess we probably don't want to... I probably don't want to run my ships up here. Let's see if we can bargain out a reasonable truce. Something that's not going to hurt us too badly, because I just really want to be able to refocus my entire navy on the other side of the empire. Oh wow, that turns out not to be a very expensive truce at all. You guys really like Hyperium. I guess maybe it reminds her of her haircut, right? Like if you see the negative space in the icon as her face, it does kind of look like her, right? These are beautiful portraits that we carved of you. So what is this? This is just a random scavenger ship. We can definitely deal with that this turn. Okay, so next turn we will see... Oh, actually, it says Cold War or Peace is required for conversion, so probably, actually, we will not make conversion progress while we're at truce, I bet. Alright, you have been allowed to sit here for far too long. You have to leave now. Alright, so we're on the way, but it's going to be a little while. Cavalry is not ready to arrive. Huh, the turn before I get here, really? Well, the good news is they chose to try to settle on a planet that has no food. So we probably want to put down on Pegasus, and we can just outrun them. That will not be true if they move any ships back here, unfortunately. I will steal all your manpowers. And then I think it is probably a good idea for us to run this patrol ship back if we can. How many turns would it be for you to get over here? Too many, probably, for it to matter. Yeah, 10 turns if I go that way. Okay. Let's try moving a small fleet. If we can just get over here and block incoming food ships, that'd be good enough to absolutely assure us control. So what am I doing with my influence now? Because we could use it to start rushing important constructions over here, right? I need to be making more dust. We are still devoted. We're still getting the big dust bonus. We just need more. We just need more base dust for the bonus to increase. But man, this is of low value here. You know what? Desert Worlds... Yeah, Desert Worlds have good dust output, right? Let's actually make sure that we get this. That might be a thing that's worth rushing, actually. We definitely need to keep colonizing over here. Xenotourism agencies is actually great in this system. So let's do this. Alright, Sing will be protected soon. It's also like really putting out a ton of influence now. And I don't think I want to pull my ships up. Should probably update these, right? Right now they're missile ships. Their damage output is actually really, really good. And it's really good at a range where these guys don't have such good weapons. And they're not bullet ships. I probably should keep us missile ships, actually. We need to wait for reinforcements, I think. It'll be kind of a long wait. And the battle's not going that well on the ground. You know what? We'd better launch, because this went worse than I was expecting last time, and I'm afraid that we might actually lose the planet, or lose the system for a moment here. And if we lose the system while our ships are in the hangar, we lose the ships. Alright, I don't necessarily need to attack them. We'll see what happens. They might attack us. But let's resolve this. Okay, we narrowly held out there. We need to get rid of their reserve troops and their preemptive bombing. The fleet as a whole is measuring as 1770, 1400, whereas our fleet is much, much more violent than that. We don't have nearly the defensive strength they do. But they're not attacking us, which suggests that they think that this is a bad fight. Alright, that should be pretty good for us. He's the one on Sing, too, right? Yeah, so Sing is now Sing is now putting out almost 600 influence per turn. You know what? If anywhere is a good place to build a honeycomb scope, it's here. All right, let's hope that this goes well. Right? I don't want to upgrade it. I don't want to do anything special here. Yeah, I just want to have at them. So we play it as far back as we can. Power to shields. They're going to want to close quickly, no matter how we do this. I should have fiddled with my battle tactics first. I guess I don't have anything that's double long range, no matter what. The best we would have been able to do was, like, barrage fire. But I do like barrage fire. Let's cut this. Oh. I mean, I knew the new tactic wouldn't be available for the battle, but I thought it would let me change them for after the battle. Alright, let's watch. This one could go alright for us. Okay, so their medium ships have bombers. That's pretty good for them, probably. And we're still seeing them being able to outflotilla us due to the command point advantage. Man, it sure would be nice if we could get rid of some of these ships. Because we're going to lose the system temporarily if we can't. So you can see the damage is coming in pretty fast. But we are actually... And we're actually dealing some damage this time, too. We're not getting all of our missiles pulled off by minor defense ships. The next volley should be a kill here, and I would think a kill here, right? Oh, no, very close. Okay, that leaves them with a medium still. They have bombers that are working. Unfortunately, we have no defense against the bomber, so this bomber's just going to keep doing damage to us the whole time, and I don't have a firing arc. I can't contribute to this battle at all. Well, we're pretty close together. I assume that this is counting as being at close range, given the actual distance here, which is not good for us. Was that explosion? Huh. Yeah, that ship's dead. Shoot. Well, this was a disaster. It was less of a disaster than it could have been, I suppose. So they're out of firing arc, and I'm out of firing arc. And those bombers from the other medium, I think, are not going to get over here in time to do any damage. So we definitely need to rush another... Nope, cannot rush another battleship. Too expensive. Okay, well, we definitely need to fully repair this one. So, to the market. We have a lot of this stuff we can sell. I'm actually not using it at all. Okay. Repair, do not retrofit. I think we should be able to win this battle. I think, hopefully. We've got reinforcements coming. We're going to lose Genomos for a short time, though. I think that is unavoidable at this point. It's alright, we'll be okay. We're still continuing to expand. Things are far from ideal. But we're also far from unrecoverable, right? God, I wish there was one level of zoom above this one where all of the ships and everything were still visible. Okay, they ran. Well, that's really good for us. That's going to make this battle a lot easier to stomach. So, conscript. Okay, they will not have a full complement of troops next time. And they do, in fact, have a whole bunch of ships coming for Pegasus, so we are going to lose that. Because they're going to blockade and starve our colony out. It's alright, one thing at a time. There's probably nothing that could have happened that would have slowed us down more, though, than having a Craver opponent who is blocking us in from actually every side. Right? He is north and west of like our entire nation. This is going to take a while to come around too, in part due to the fact that we now have this truce, which is preventing Pacific conversion from occurring. Yeah, this slowed us down a lot. That said, I think it's dealt with. I still need to get this going. We still need to get Edenization going. And I need to get enough ships together to be able to Man, Alioth is really important. I need to get enough ships together to be able to actually do something about all this. These guys are flying out. We can try to get to Alioth first and catch them. I'm a little worried that the ship might get killed, though. It would take me 5 turns to get out there. That's interesting. I have 6 movement and they have 7 movement. But they moved more than twice as far as I would be able to move. And it can't be because there's a wormhole we don't see, because the wormhole would have gotten them there instantly. So I'm not really sure what happened here. So we're not going to be able to beat them to Alioth. We're probably not going to be able to stop them from settling Alioth or Pegasus. Genomos is producing a lot of influence, as is Botan. So maybe we can just influence reach out. I mean, Botan's really putting out a lot. So maybe we can just solve this by influencing Alioth and then grabbing it that way. I was really hoping to be able to pick up some stuff over here so that we could start the process of combating them a little earlier, though. I think we'd better stay put here until we have this invasion under control. And you'll notice, for all of the conscription and stuff we've had to do, Genomos hasn't actually lost any net population. Every time we have a little bit of time left, or every time we have a little bit of uninvaded time to rebuild population, we rebuild very quickly and effectively. So they brought in some new ships, which are not willing to directly challenge us. Oh, we did this, and we got agri-drugs. I'm actually pretty annoyed. That's not a good tech at all. It was one of the few techs that we could get that would increase militarist political ideology without giving us any additional ability to fight. Very annoyed. I guess work us toward bombers. Set up an outpost on the Kochab system, which is... oh, right there. Yeah, actually, that's extremely doable, right? If we just... sorry, not a patrol. Make ourselves a settler here. I can do that and actually get that law. Or actually get that reward. And we have antimatter. I'll have to research a new ship design, but we'll be alright. So here, I suppose we could start building a battleship. Why not? Run the pirates off that way, and then we have more firepower to send out here, Galactic West. Alright, we're starting to get a good push here. So yeah, you can see this is the area that the honeycomb scope has added to our vision. It's alright. It's not amazing, but not terrible. Yeah, xenotourism agencies will totally be worth having here. Probably don't need to worry too much about, like, building Patriot pill plants. We do have a lot of ships that are not running at full manpower, I guess. But I also don't really care. Maybe I'm still delusional, but I'm still thinking that this is a temporary war. So I'm not going to attack here. I think we're going to wait until the other battleship shows up. What are we seeing from them? Slicer 5s have the same weaponry we're used to. Yeah, so they're going to get to bolster the invasion a little bit. We're going to have a much easier time surviving this battle, though, if I let the other ship arrive. Oh, no. You're staying put, actually. I'm hoping that it will turn out that Alioth is undefended. It looks... I mean... we're close enough that we should be able to see ships, right? So actually, I'm going to try to come back here. Here's my plan. I'm hoping that the arrival of this ship at Alioth will prompt the guys from Pegasus to run back. Actually, the guys from Pegasus are totally not even here. Interesting. Okay, that being the case, we should sell some stuff and try to... What I have to have 1150. That'll do it. We should sell some stuff and try to rush this. If they're giving us a little bit of a window, let's take advantage of it. Okay, yeah, I think we're good here. So you know what would be really good, actually, is wormhole tech. How many turns would it take to get that? 4? Alright. We need to be able to see the wormhole between Genomos and Antares. We need to have access to the same movement options they do. Move, move, move. Oh, you perfectly ran out of... Oh, no, it's because they're guarding. Okay. So the ships just ran. Alright. It's going to take a little bit more effort for them to actually hit Genomos for anything now. But they do have 26 ships over here, so they're certainly capable of generating that effort. Alright, well, this being the case, hopefully we will retreat toward Pegasus. Nope. Okay. Oh, hey, I forgot this was even running. Alright, well, the good news is they've run out of manpower here. The bad news is I'm sure they plan to come back with 26 or so ships. So we need to be prepared for even more guys. The tractable armaments are definitely going to be helpful. Yeah, this has gotten pretty good. This is still bad. This is honestly still not great, but also it's very, very cheap. Yeah, I feel bad because I feel like we're not really making progress anymore. But we do have to not die. That's important. This is 5 turns. It's probably safer for me to just free space it the whole way rather than trying to go to Pegasus and move from there. Plus, we'll get a little bit of extra vision as we're moving through. If we pass close enough to a disconnected node, we might reveal it. Alright, so let's get this system building. We probably... It's a shame that this world is not sterile. So this is only this is only 10 industry right now. That doesn't feel great. Here, we'll Edenize. We'll figure more stuff out later. I suppose we should just rush the Edenization and get it working on something else, though. That'll help a little bit. It was pretty expensive for what it was. But hey, you know, what we have is influence. We can afford to be a little bit loose with the spending. So we're ecstatic, but not 100% ecstatic. Where are we at population-wise on our systems? Okay, Botton's at 18, but it's also completely capped. Sing, where are you at? Sing. Okay, you are actually very short of your population cap. I'm wondering if it's better to build Denark University in Viacherus or Tsing, and I think the answer is Tsing. So that being the case, we probably ought to move that to the top of that queue. This is the next thing we'll spend influence on. Because you know what the problem is with this system is we were not producing enough influence here. It actually is it's a really important thing, both that we found a system that's like out from our empire this way so that it can project influence on other people, and that it had a unique planet in it that is generating tons of influence. We got really lucky in a lot of ways here. So yeah, I'm real worried. I'm very worried. Nope, never mind, run. You cannot fight them. Output loss in 6 turns. Yeah, this sucks. Okay, we probably can just protect system here. A mystical figure has recently passed away and begun his ascent up the divine ladder. Well, I think this is very obvious, but the fact that we are already negative on dust does hurt a little bit. We're going to have to stay afloat through selling stuff for a little while, it looks like. Okay, I think we can go ahead and do this now. Then after that, this will actually be good. We need probably only one more turn. Yeah, we're going to have 6k influence, and this will have come down some, so that will probably be buyable next turn. God, I cannot wait. Cannot wait to start taking stuff over with Sing's influence. It really is. It's pushing out so quickly. Okay, so we found some NP artifacts. What do these do when they're part of a booster? They give a bunch of approval. Okay, that's interesting. I guess not totally necessary, because again, we do have access to Saints and Sinners. I'm going to build tractable armaments on Bottom just in case. And then also, I'd probably do this. We don't need to watch these. Still gaining lots and lots and lots of population all the time. Wow, they are really taking Pegasus seriously. We're going to need these other planets pretty soon. Okay, pirate problem solved, and I believe it is now the case that we do not see any more pirate worlds, so that's good. Alright, you need to get over here as quickly as possible. Why can I not... Hey, you need to get over... There we go. Alright. We do need to get the ability to colonize ice planets. Because right now we're just wasting a lot of influence. Or a lot of food, rather. Sorry. Influence on the brain. You know, it turns out that I think it is the most important thing in our current situation. Alright, so Denark University is 2 extra points of all resources per citizen, and then an additional 5 influence on top of that. So that's another... That's going to push us above 700 influence here. This is really coming along. So we don't really need... Like, we don't need the National Museum that badly in the other nearby systems, because their influence aura is just going to be completely consumed by Sings anyway. Part of the reason we're having dust problems, by the way, is because of the number of buildings we have. Each building does have a dust upkeep cost. Genemos apparently did not have tractable armaments that whole time, somehow. We'll fix that. Oh, also it doesn't have cerebral reality yet. We could probably afford to throw a moment into getting that. And also into exploring these. And I guess also into doing this. Listen, we don't really need to grab this planet right away. We have some expansion room yet. This fleet cannot support another battleship, so we may as well leave that battleship in the hangar. We have even more guys coming. We're about to pick up the ability to see this wormhole, so we might be able to go on the offensive a little bit. You know, in a very limited way, obviously. We can't take any systems from them, but... we can make them want to not fight me anymore. That would be valuable. Alright, well, I think we probably ought to grab this one next, just for speed of growth. I'm actually not sure how it decides in a situation like that, if you have 2 worlds that have the same amount of population on them. I'm not sure how it decides which world to put the population on. It might favor food output, but it also might favor just general resource output, total resource output. Well now, isn't this interesting? Antares is actually, like... Antares is where all of the wormholes are. Okay, that has come to an end, which might be a little unfortunate for us. So we could go for a science boost. It's probably most important that we manage to maintain approval. But at some point we're going to just switch over to Saints and Sinners, possibly. So I guess approval points aren't really that valuable. I guess we'll just pick up some science. How many sterile worlds are there in Sing? 2. But we don't have either of them. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for the science bonus. It's certainly not great, though. Okay, where else? For the most part, we're killing time while our aura expands here. We do need to continue to produce warships, I guess. I'm, again, not like super eager to get the militarists in control of our Senate, but we need enough ships to be able to protect our attempts to settle over on this constellation. And we currently do not have that. It's a shame there's no wormhole to Alioth. I'd much rather end up over there. Also, we can see another player. Okay, so we can see the Riftborn's ships. Do I have the ability to? Yes, I do.
This cosmos we have come to.
Just out of curiosity, nope, not at war with any other players.
Some things in this cosmos.
It's kind of remarkable. If I was pushing on another player the way they're pushing on me, I would expect to get some concern from the other players in the game. Like, hey, that's awfully warlike. Are you gonna maybe do the same thing to me afterward? Boy, what do I even want to build here? I guess what I want to build... We can go ahead and build the honeycomb scope. Oh, I have the ability to fix up neutral anomalies. We should probably get that done. But yeah, we should probably build the honeycomb scope. Beatrice is still the only system that's really expanding out this way, but I suspect there's nothing over here, given, you know, that it's the edge of the galaxy. Alright, we probably do need, like, a couple more warships. Are we ecstatic here? Yeah, we totally are. Alright, I don't love it, but we probably need a couple more. So what are we spending influence on now? We're spending influence on improving industry output, probably, to some degree. Not really anything that's worth buying here, though. Yeah, Tsing is way ahead on constructions, doesn't really need any help. Well, we could save influence to just buy out techs. Culture Unshock seems useful. It may turn out that we never need Saints and Sinners. Oh, you know what I should do with my influence is I should negotiate with these guys. Because peace would be extra approval. You know what? I don't feel like messing with it. The odds that I'm going to get a cheaper peace deal than this are, I think, pretty low. We may as well just force it. And as soon as we're no longer truced with the Lumeris, I'm probably going to do the same to them. Oh, hey, look at the time. Alright, let's play one more turn out here. So it looks like we've managed to back the Cravers down for the moment, at least. But with them being at war with nobody else and having the really, really huge number of ships that they have, I can't imagine they're going to stay off of us for very long.
Hey, how's it?
Okay, you guys are still friendly, which is wonderful. We've discovered even more NP artifacts, which is fine, I guess. I don't know that we're going to need them. So, Lena is, where's Lena set up? She's on Centaurus. Do we want to maybe move her to Heracles? Does she have any skills that are particularly relevant to Centaurus? No, she just is outputting stuff. It's probably a better idea. Actually, no, we should move her to, like, Genomos. Yeah, Genomos still has a lot of population room, and we need to really, really push on its influence growth. I think it's better to have her do that. Yeah, it's way better to have her be here than Button. I was thinking Button's producing more quickly, and it's already larger, maybe it'll reach Alioth first, but first of all, no, it won't. And secondly, it'll be way less valuable for pushing on Antares and Beerus. That is probably the way we want to go on that. You, I guess, can just keep exploring curiosities here while you wait. So subterranean, life form. We definitely want to find out what else is on this planet. Because this might be where we're setting up. Although that negative anomaly might... Oof, that is a bad one too. Alright, well, we have another atoll world. Maybe this will be where we set up. Okay. I think with that we probably should end the episode, but things are going okay. We managed to make the Lumeris like us enough, or fear us enough, and probably will not see any more trouble from them, is my guess, because now I have the influence to really bully them around. You know what I actually haven't been looking at is, yeah, this. We have so much... We have so much influence that we can make demands on them, and we probably should think about doing that a little bit. So we'll consider that next time. For now, really all we have to worry about is the Cravers, and... I'm not going to pretend that this is under control, but we've got a little bit of room to breathe at least. So that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see if maybe they do fall upon us and devour us after all. And we'll see you then.